Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about something that I know is going to make a lot of you guys upset, but it was actually suggested to me by a couple of you, and that is the idea of Amy going missing in Heartland Season 14. But before I get into that, I just have a couple of quick things to say. One, I've mentioned before that leaving a like on a YouTube video is the best way to let me know that you guys enjoy when I do these types of videos, so if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. That would really help me out. Then the next thing I need to say is I have set myself a goal of hitting 20,000 subscribers before the end of 2020. Now I know what you're thinking, Hannah, are you crazy? You have to gain over 9,000 subscribers in less than 12 months. To answer your question, yes, I am crazy, but I do think that we can totally hit 20,000 subscribers before the end of 2020 because we hit 10,000 before the end of 2019. But I need your guys' help. So if you guys want daily Heartland videos and Season 14 updates, make sure you subscribe down below by hitting the red subscribe button and turning on my notifications so you never miss a video in the future, including official announcements about Heartland Season 14 when they're obviously announced by Heartland cast and crew. And that leads me to my next point and my very, 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 very important point, and that is I am not at all affiliated with Heartland in any way, shape, or form. I don't know cast or crew. Does that make me sad on a daily basis, you ask? Yes, it does. And I unfortunately do not work for CBC. So nothing I say in this video is confirmed to be happening in Heartland Season 14. It is just my opinion and my thoughts, and actually this video isn't even my theory, so it's just my thoughts and opinions on a theory that was suggested to me by you guys. So let's get into the video, shall we? So as I said, we're going to be talking about the idea of Amy going missing in Heartland Season 14. Before you click off this video because you hate that idea, I want to get you to do something. Stop thinking of Amy as the main character for 1 second. For 1 second, just stop thinking of her as the main character. When I'm making these videos, I never think of anyone as the main character. And that goes for any show that I talk about, whether it's Heartland, whether it's Manifest, whether it's Once Upon a Time. I just think of the characters as characters, because that's what they are. At the end of the day, all characters add something to the show, and they all, if any of them were not there or went missing, they would take something away from the show and something would be missing. So how would they go about Amy being going missing in Heartland Season 14? Well, we've seen them before do storylines and kind of mini story arcs where they take a character and they're the main focus for a couple of episodes. For example, we saw it in Season 12 when Ty was in Mongolia and then he came back and he was sick. That was Ty's mini story arc. And then we saw Georgie run away to Vancouver, and she was the main character in that story arc. And so with Amy, it'd be very simple, not very simple, very easy to make her the center of attention. She already is in many people's heads or minds the main character of Heartland Season 14. So her going missing, what would that mean? Well, obviously when any character goes missing in any show, the two main questions that people ask, whether you're fans or other characters in the show, would be what happened, who took them, and are they still alive? That is the questions that is asked in every TV show when dealing with a missing person. So those questions would have to be answered, obviously, and then Amy would either come back or be found, and that would be the end of the story arc. So how would they go about that then? Well, the only way to go about that would have to have a mini story arc. But one thing I would need to say about this story arc would be it has to be more than a couple of episodes. For a storyline as dramatic as Amy going missing, as I've already said, she is in a lot of people's heads the main character of Heartland. So they could really, use this storyline to get people more involved and emotionally connected to the show, even more than they already are. And that is what happens when a show has been airing for as long as Heartland has. People become emotionally connected to the show. And the best way to get people who haven't watched Heartland since the very beginning to watch the show, or to watch any show for that matter, is a dramatic storyline. So the best way for them to, use this idea and go about portraying it on the show would be for it to take place probably over, I want to say 5 or 6 episodes. You know, they find out that she's missing, then, you know, maybe they, you know, try to find her, and then for a couple of episodes she's not found, and they're like, well, where is she? And then, you know, we have Ty trying to struggle to be, you know, balance everything, and him being emotionally distraught over what's happening with Amy, but still trying to be there for Lindy, and especially if they adopt Luke in season 14, which I'm almost 80% sure they will. He then has to take care of Luke and Lindy and still manage work somehow. How he does that, I have no idea. So that would add a lot of character development for him too as well. And then you have the rest of the family, like Lou and Jack and Tim and Lisa and Georgie. How would they all deal with it? You know, we've seen Tim deal with these situations before, and he always adds a bit of humor and just he always makes people laugh on the screen. Well, at least he always adds a little bit of comedy to dark situations, in my opinion, just on the show in general. And he's just really entertaining to watch. So it'd be really interesting to see how he would deal with the situation, because, you know, we've seen, you can say you don't like Tim's character all you want, that's fine. But one thing that nobody can deny is how much he loves Amy and Lou. So it'd be, I think it would be really interesting character development and really good character development for Tim's character as well. And then, besides the character development, you have the overall dramatic part of the idea, which is, where is she? Is she okay? So, you know, those questions, like I said, would have to be answered. And so, how would they go about that would be, as I said before, taking place over several episodes, which is really smart because it gets people coming back to watch every episode. And I've said this before, not for a while, but I'll say it again. The more that people watch a TV show live, the more that a show is able, or that a network decides, you know, should we get a season 15? That's determined by how many people watch the show live every Sunday. So to have a, you know, a dramatic storyline or a story arc, not even a storyline, but a story arc surrounding the main character would get people, you know, coming back every single week to watch it, because they're like, well, have they found her yet? Are they going to find her now? What's going to happen with Ty? Is Ty going to be okay? Is anyone else going to go missing? What's going to happen? So that would be really smart, you know, for them to drag it out over a couple of episodes, because it would really increase the overall viewership of the show, in my opinion. And especially if it's surrounding Amy, you know, maybe people that, you know, haven't watched Heartland every single episode for a while, if they turned on one episode and it's like, oh, Amy's missing, then what's going to happen now? You know, that's smart. But then one thing they have to be aware of is that Amy is a main character. So they would have to, you know, write it in a way that people are okay with. And I know I hear you writing comments right now, Hannah, you idiot, shut up. I'm never going to be happy if Amy is not okay. And yeah, they would have to write it so that, you know, eventually she is found and everything's okay. But they have to write it in a way that is dramatic to make people come back every single week. But then they also have to portray it in a way that doesn't make people upset. So it'd be really interesting to see how they go about that. And I think, you know, the writers of Heartland are very capable of making great storylines. It's just a matter of how they end up writing it and how it is portrayed by Amber Marshall, which I have no doubt Amber's acting talent is spot on, so I have no doubt that she will really, really excel in this storyline if they choose to do it, because I think that would not only add a lot to her character, you know, something bad happening to a main character is always, you know, increases the viewership of any show, and it always gets people coming back to watch every episode, because it's a main character, so people are curious, you know, what's going to happen to her. And then, you know, and then there's the other characters as well. What's going to happen to them? How are they going to deal with it? So, yeah, like I said, to wrap it up, I think it's a, you know, a dramatic idea. And I've said before, I'm a huge fan of dramatic storylines, but they would have to do it properly. If they don't do it properly, it could upset a lot of people, including me, just because Amy is the main character of Heartland. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. And make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.